Hello and welcome to Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present them stories drawn from our folk tales and lessons in history, focused on moral values. We think that these stories carry tremendous amount of moral teachings which our young children and young adults can adapt into their lives and become stronger and better human beings. Today's episode is inspired by one of the recent events. Boris Becker, who is a revered sports star, tennis star, world's one of the best, most skilled people of our times, has been sent to jail for fraud. We have seen various such decorated and acclaimed, accomplished athletes and people in the movies and various public walks of life having fallen from the position of grace. One wonders, why does such a huge downfall take place? Tiger Woods, one of the most decorated, most accomplished sports people of our times. Lance Armstrong, the Armstrong band, so many people, millions of them were using in the honor of the strength and the values that he embodied. He was the example for millions of people to push the limits, to do well, have determination and succeed. But what happens? Why such great men and women end up committing such acts which pushes them down from the position of being a hero to the rags? If you look into our mythological stories, let's say Ramayana, Ravan, the king Ravan, who was considered to be one of the most intelligent, most well-read people, a great warrior, someone who was a great devotee, was the guy who had to lose the battle, and the whole epic of Ramayana was created around this person. He ended up losing, but he was so arrogant at one point in time. He was so much confident about his power, his position, his abilities, that he thought that he can eliminate Ram and his family members and can win Sita, can take Sita over as his wife. Just imagine the kind of thought which comes to his mind, and one wonders why such a thought at all came to his mind and how he goes about executing the plan. Of course, at the end of the story, he dies, he falls. But from a position of being such a great king, why does he have to fall to almost like a bottomless pit? We have seen this also in our day-to-day lives. You might have heard of people in position of power in the offices, in the factories, in the government or private offices, where somebody has a position. He is the officer, he is the manager, he is the head of a unit. Of course, that person has got certain authority and power vested on that position. It depends upon that person how he or she utilizes that position or the power, authority which is vested in that position. All that power, position, authority is not vested in the person, it is vested in the position. The mistake that people do is that they think that the position is they and they are the position. They identify themselves too much with that position. They think that the whole organization or the whole system or the whole kingdom, the family, the institution is running just because of their presence, their leadership, they being in the position of power or control. So it is all about using or misusing or abusing the position, the privilege which is granted on that person. It's actually privilege, power, authority is not granted to the person, it is granted to the position. They fail to make this distinction, like King Ravan did, or Tiger Woods, or Boris Becker. All of them thought that nobody will figure out if they do an immoral act. Like somebody has enough money and says that I don't have money, tells a lie, and a big lie. He thinks that nobody will figure out that his lie has been told, and nobody will examine that lie. Or somebody misuses the power, the position to grant some special privileges, benefits to others, grants bonuses, gives tough tasks to people who that person doesn't like, gives easier challenge to people that this person likes, starts showing his bias. We have seen many such situations. Like Lance Armstrong thought that nobody will figure out that he was using performance elevating or performance enhancing drugs. But it was found out. Nothing remains in hiding. It comes out. We have to believe in the forces of nature. Truth always comes out. So, ladies and gentlemen, like the author, the famous author of the series, Percy Jackson, has said, the most dangerous flaws in humans are good in moderation. That means as long as you are able to use power, position, authority in moderation or in a balanced manner, in a responsible manner, it is good. The moment you start doing the excesses of all this, it becomes bad. It becomes bad in a significant way. That's the teaching of this story. Just to repeat, the most dangerous flaws in humans are good in moderation. Example, loyalty. Loyalty, of course, is a great quality. We are all encouraged to be loyal to our friends or members in our family, to our country, to the society that we live in. But the moment you cross the limit of moderation, you become an extremist. You start ignoring the flaws of your friends, of your family members, or of your country and the society, and you start defending them so much that you only see one side of the story and commit some mistakes. Great people have committed murder in a fit of anger because they thought so much about themselves being in position of power. Ladies and gentlemen, great teaching. I hope that you will spread this wisdom amongst all the young people around us to use positions of privilege and power in moderation. It's great to do this. We must not do the excesses. If we do, it becomes the most dangerous flaw, and we fall from the position of grace and from the position of inspiring others to a bottomless pit. Thank you very much for watching today's episode.